Well, looks like Nintendo just said the worst thing they could have ever said. People are already mad at the company for charging $80 for the new Mario Kart World game that's coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2. People are also upset that they have to pay $10 for a tech demo that teaches you how to use the console you paid for. And now Nintendo is telling their fans, if you're too much of a little broke boy to afford the Nintendo Switch 2, just buy the first Switch and stop being a poor loser. No, I'm not joking. This is literally the same thing that happened with the Xbox One reveal with Don Matrick. And we're going to read an article that's going to go over it. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. And here's a headline from Insider Gaming. It says, can't afford a Nintendo Switch 2? Buy a Switch 1, Nintendo says. Why would they say this? What is the appeal of telling someone not to buy a product? You should want as much money as possible because that is your job as a company. You're going to make more money if people buy the Switch 2. So why do you want them to continue to buy the first console? You're literally telling people to not buy the new hardware that's coming out. Do you want this console to sell or not? Obviously, that didn't work out for the Xbox brand. They are falling apart for many other reasons, not just that terrible Xbox One reveal, but that was the start of it. And now you're planning to do the same thing with your new console when people are already mad at you for the price of games? Nintendo's a piece of shit company. But whatever, let's just continue reading the article. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are opening up in various regions. Not you, United States. Today and tomorrow, meaning that likely millions of people are set to make the $450 purchase on the new console. Unfortunately, however, there are plenty of others that won't be able to afford the Nintendo Switch 2. In a recent interview with CBC, which took over prior to the console's pre-orders being delayed in the United States, Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser was asked about the console's price and what players who can't afford it should do. His response? Play the original Switch. Quote, as we look at the Nintendo Switch 2 and you think about the feature sets that I've talked about, we believe that the pricing is appropriate for the value of the machine and the gameplay experience overall. We recognize that there are some people that may not be able to afford the Nintendo Switch 2 price point. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platforms available, so people still have an opportunity to come to our gaming universe, but be a part of these characters and worlds, and see value, if you will, in whatever rung of the platform they come in. While it's not as direct as Don Matrick's response regarding the Xbox One requiring a constant internet connection in 2013, it still isn't something that's likely to sit well with a lot of players. And that is the end of the article. And of course it's not going to sit well. You can say you want people to buy the previous console so you can continue to get game sales from them, but a lot of people who own the original console want to buy the new one because they enjoy the console and the platform, you stupid fucking dumbass. You're not going to make as much money if someone buys a Nintendo Switch 1 instead of buying a Nintendo Switch 2. I am baffled that this dude Doug Bowser is too fucking retarded to understand this idea. Why would people want an older console if they don't already have a Nintendo Switch? They want the newest console because they want to get into the platform, and also they want to play the newest games, because eventually there will be Switch exclusive games. It's not even just eventually. Mario Kart World is an exclusive game for the Nintendo Switch 2. So if people want to play the new Mario Kart, they have to buy the new console. Now you're telling people that they're too much of a fucking broke boy. He didn't say it like that, but that's how it comes off to people. And now you're telling people just buy the original Nintendo Switch because you can't afford the second one. Are you actually fucking retarded? I am very curious how well this console will sell. I would say it will still sell well because Nintendo fanboys are obnoxious children. I've said it plenty of times, Nintendo fans will buy shit on their plate with the Nintendo logo because Nintendo fanboys are obnoxious, autistic losers that buy anything this company sells them. They are the Disney of gaming. They have a bunch of man children just lined up to give them all the money in the world. Nintendo could literally spit in these people's faces, stomp them out, and call them every name in the book, and they'll still give Nintendo their entire wallet. That's why I think this console is still gonna sell. Families love Nintendo. The little children love Nintendo games. They love Mario. They love Pokemon. I fucking hate normies. They have no standards. They keep giving terrible companies money, and these companies keep doing shitty practices. That's why microtransactions are so popular. Despite the hardcore gaming audience not liking it, the fucking normies keep buying microtransactions in every AAA game, and now these companies keep selling it. Normies are a fucking mistake. They ruin every fucking fandom, hobby, industry, whatever you want to call it. And despite Nintendo calling people broke boys, there will be a bunch of fucking man children on the spectrum that will use their social security dollars to buy the new Nintendo Switch 2. Oh well, I guess. I am personally not in a rush to buy this console. There's not that many games to play on the console, and I don't feel like paying for a bunch of graphical updates for a bunch of Switch 1 games, because we have to pay for that now. We can't just get a fucking update anymore, and I don't feel like paying $80 for a Mario Kart game, or $10 for a shitty tech demo that teaches me how to use a console that was already paid for. It seems like Nintendo just can't get any good news. Everybody was so excited before the console was officially fully revealed, and now everybody's just shitting on it more than anything. It's just sad. Nintendo makes amazing games, but they just keep saying and doing dumb shit. It just pisses people off and makes people not want to support them. So, oh well, I guess all we have to do is just wait and see how many loser autistic fanboys will buy the consoles despite being called a loser broke boy by the CEO. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Nintendo, go fuck yourself.